Allahu, 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 Allah.
Bismillah wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah, amma ba'd. Dear Imam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa alaikum assalam. The question is in Urdu, just translated. When person is performing Umrah, before the halaq or before the qasr, before, like let's say a person did the Umrah, Tawaf, Sa'i, the last thing is to do, cut the hair. So before cutting the hair, can he go and do a Nafli Tawaf? This is the question. When that, can he just go before cutting the hair, before going out of the state of Ihram, can just go do the Tawaf and then go? Yes, there's no problem in that. You can do it. But just be conscious of the restrictions of Ihram, that you're still in Ihram, you go and do your Tawaf, you cannot touch the Kaaba in that state because the Kaaba, the ghilaf, it has all this itar and fragrance. Be careful, be aware of it. But yes, you can do. There is no any time limit. That let's say you have done the Tawaf, the Sa'i, and then right away you have to go do the halaq. There is no any time limit. You can do it. A lot of people, you go to sleep, you rest, go to sleep, then you go. But then again, be aware of the restrictions of Ihram. But yes, it is permissible to do the optional Tawaf in that state. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam. What is the adab of giving iqamah? If time is up, do we say iqamah as soon as the Imam enters the masjid? Or do we say iqamah as he walks over to the musalla? Or do we say it after he has reached the musalla and finishes putting on the headset microphone and is ready to go? Musalla here talking about not entering the masjid, the musalla where the Imam stands for the prayer. That's what it means. In principle, according to the Islamic ruling, the initiation of the salah, which includes the iqamah as well, is the domain of the Imam. Whichever masjid the Imam is, right? And the administration or the muazzin should consult with the Imam as regarding to what the instructions are. Each masjid has its own situation, different ways, right? However, ideally, the iqama, according to when we look into the ahadith, ideally, Bilal radiallahu anhu, he used to start the iqama when he used to see Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam coming out from the house and walking towards the musalla. Then he used to start the iqama. Ideally, this is not the way. But nowadays, there is no hujra, there is no house for the Imam inside the masjid. So Imam is here anyways, right? But when the thing is that we need to remember, we forgot in this. For the prayers, the Imam is in charge, not the clock. Yes, we fix a time so everyone knows that what time is the salah is and everything. That is fine, and we should. Sometimes it happens. It should not be all the time that Imam is late, right? We should be very punctual in his responsibilities. So when the time starts, it's Imam is in charge. Now sometimes it happens a few seconds or 1 or 2 minutes here and there. It's okay. There's no day of judgment coming after that. It is okay, no problem. Number one. Number two is, it is also disrespectful that the people stand. When Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to come, when he used to pass through the rows, then the rows used to stand. and then you come out, not beforehand. So we need to understand that these are our etiquettes. We need to follow these etiquettes of our Sahaba and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So khair, the Imam is here anyway. So when Imam is walking, and then if the Muazzin sees the Imam is coming, any masjid, right? Any masjid, and he start the Iqamah, that is totally fine, the Imam times. And then the people should stand when he passes the rows. That's how the Islamically is. That's the principle. Okay. Dear Imam, if one is in debt and pays off his debt while giving extra from his side happily, would this be considered interest? Is it a sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to give more than what was given intentionally from the debtor? When returning a loan, if the debtor voluntarily happily gives extra to the one who gave the loan, it is totally permissible. Actually, it is. We all know, whenever Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam had a debt and he was paying it back, he paid it back more happily. There was no any contract. If it's a contract before, then it will be interest from the both parties. They go, okay, I'm giving you $10, you give me $15 back. So that becomes an interest. But the person who is giving the loan, he has no intention of getting extra. He says, okay, you know what? Here's $10, you pay me back after a month. No problem. Just give me $10. But happily, voluntarily, the person wants to give 15, 20 extra because now he's in a good shape and, at that time he needed it. Happily, he can give it, no problem. That is commendable. It is permissible and commendable. It is good because this individual helped me in my difficult time and no one else will help me. He or she, whoever. So I'm just paying back and with a good way. That's totally fine. Assalamu alaikum Shaykh, wa alaikum salam rahmatullah. Okay, someone wanted to know, if a woman removes her hijab at home, does the shaitan urinate on her head? She mentioned that she has been getting told this by elder ladies in her family, so wants to, if there's any base to it, and it's okay for a woman to remove hijab at home when no non-mahram is likely to see her. The above is baseless. It's a baseless thing, useless. Has nothing to do with Islam. A woman in her home, yes, of course she can remove her hijab, but the condition is there is no any non-mahram in front of her, right? But that's her house. Her husband is there, children are there, no problem. Her hijab is open. That's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. All this is just baseless, nothing to do with Islam. Sometimes elderly say few things, that doesn't make it something is like ruling according to Islam, right? It's just a saying that is going on generation after generation. It has nothing to do with Islam. And it's a good thing that you have asked. That's what it is. It's wise to ask. These things sometimes come up. So it's good to ask these questions and to clarify. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam. There are commonly used phrases here by the non-Muslims. For example, fingers crossed, or knock on the wood, or bless you, etc. I'm not sure if these phrases have negative connotations, but if used without knowing what the background is, does it count as a sin? In principle, we should know ignorance is not a bliss. And seeking knowledge regarding things involving us is very necessary. Which is the society that we live in, and people are doing something, we should not just follow them blindly, right? Why, crossing the fingers, they cross the fingers, right? Or knock on wood or something, these things. So, obviously, if someone is doing it and knows now that I have been doing it and this was not good, so tawbah istighfar is needed, number one. Number two is, as Muslims, we are very sensitive of our religion, of our deen. We should not do or say something or anything that other people are doing and we have no idea what's going on. We're just following it. We just copy them. Especially if it's something religious. So, finger crossed has three meanings. How the people finger crossed, it has three meanings in it. Number one is praying and seeking good luck. Let's say, for example, there's a prize, first place, second place, third place. So someone is anxious and waiting for that announcement. They cross the fingers. They wait for that and they cross the fingers. Number two, warding off evils. Any evil coming, they just cross the finger. Right? And number three, getting away from a lie. They cross a finger and then they're lying. They're saying they're lying. You know what? I crossed my finger, nothing will happen. Or it's not considered a lie. That's what it is. These three things. So all three uses of these origins are going back to Christianity. The Christians do it, right? The crossing of the fingers indicates even towards a cross as well. So this should be avoided, and if someone is doing it, we should teach this to our children and kids as well, because they see a lot of things going on in schools, and so we need to, and then they follow that. So we need to very much let them know. Knock on the wood. Knock on the wood. This also comes from superstitious paganism, right? So, and now has come into Christianity, practicing Christianity. One, to ward off evil. You knock on the wood, that evil will go away, right? This is all nonsense. We should not be. Allah, subhanallah, Allah has given us so much beautiful deen. Ayatul Kursi, subhanallah, Mu'awwadatayn, Falaq Nas, all this, Surah Baqarah. So subhanallah, it's a beautiful religion. By knocking on a wood or doing something, what is going to happen, right? The evil is going to get scared and run away, right? It has nothing, no power. But just the kalamullah, the kalam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has so much power Allah has placed that it will run away. Bless you. There's nothing wrong with that. This is a dua. Like Barakallahu Feek, we say Allahumma barik. This is the translation of it. Bless you. So when a non-Muslim sneezes, yes, you can say bless you with the intention, may Allah bless you with iman. You see that? There's nothing wrong with that. Right? But for the Muslim, when the Muslim is sneezing, we should not say bless you. What should we say? Yarhamukallah. And then the return, Yahdikumullah, or Yahdikumullah wa yuslih balakum. Wa akhir da'wana alhamdulillah.
Allahu